Hey there, John Boggs here, and you're probably like me, where once in a while you'll hear an idea or a concept and you go, oh my gosh, that's good. And you put it into action and you begin to see results that you love. Well, that's why I'm excited that today we're not diving into one, but three of the top business strategy tips to skyrocket any small business growth. These work. And the insights that I'm going to share are inspired by the legendary Verne Harnish, and they've been very important to me and my success, and I know they can be valuable for you too. So buckle up for some game-changing advice. Here's the first tip that I learned from Verne that's been super powerful for me, and that's to focus on your core customer. Bring your business to mind and bring who your core customer is. Because here's the deal, your business can't be everything to everyone. I'm sure you understand that. In fact, one of the most famous sales and marketing statements that I ever heard that I went, oh my gosh, that makes sense to me, was the idea that if you try to speak to everyone about everything, you wind up speaking to no one about nothing. And Verne Harnish emphasizes this point by telling everyone that he works with to identify and nurture your core customer base. These are the customers who love what you do and they keep coming back for more. So bring to mind, who is that person? Who is your core customer? Who's your most raving fan for your business? Because once you know who they are, once you figure that out, you can tailor your products and services and marketing efforts to meet their specific needs. Remember, a happy core customer is your best advertiser, your best marketing tool. Moving on to tip number 2, master the art of prioritization. Now, let me tell you a really cool story about this idea of how to prioritize and why it matters. You probably have heard the name Charles Schwab. Well, in his day, he was one of the richest men in the world. In fact, he was the president of Bethlehem Steel. And, Thomas Edison even famously said about Charles Schwab that he was the master hustler. So imagine that he's always looking for an edge. He's always looking for a way to increase profits to grow his business. And there's a moment in time where he hears about a renowned productivity expert named Ivy Lee. And he brings Ivy Lee into his office and he says, I'd love for you to give me some advice on how we can increase our productivity. And Ivy Lee says, here, I'll give you a simple answer. Give me 15 minutes with each of the executives in your organization. I will give them a tool. You pay me nothing for 6 months. And at the end of 6 months, whatever you think this idea, this tool is worth, you write me a check. Fair enough? Schwab agrees. Ivy Lee then goes to the executives and he explains to them what he calls the Ivy Lee method. And it's all about prioritization. So here it is. He says, at the end of every day, jot down the 6 crucial tasks that you must accomplish tomorrow. Then put them in an order of priority. The most important task goes first. Next day, focus solely on task number 1. Don't move on until task number 1 is done. Tackle the rest as you can in order. If you have anything unfinished, at the end of the day, it goes first on tomorrow's list. Rinse and repeat every workday. So guess what? Charles Schwab doesn't wait 6 months. At the end of 3 months, he calls Ivy Lee into his office and he says, this prioritization tool you gave my executives has been amazing, and he hands him a check for $25,000. Now, $25,000 in 1918 is like a check today for $400,000. Imagine that. That's the value of prioritization, according to Charles Schwab. So there you have it, the power of prioritizing and focusing. And the third tip, last certainly but not least, is develop a strong company culture. In a small business, this is critical. Verne talks about knowing that a strong culture is literally like the backbone of any successful business. It's what attracts the right talent to your team, and it keeps everyone aligned and moving toward a common goal. Create a culture where your team feels valued and empowered. Encourage open communication, celebrate successes, and learn from failures. A strong culture not only improves employee satisfaction, but it also drives customer loyalty. Because let's face it, happy employees equal happy customers. So, there you have it, folks. The top 3 business strategy tips to grow your small business faster, inspired by Verne Harnish, who's been super important to me. Focus on your core customers, prioritize like a pro, and build a culture that rocks. Implement these tips and watch your own business soar. I know they've been super powerful for me. So don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, drop a comment, share your favorite tip. Until we're together next time, always think bravely and act boldly. This is John Boggs signing off.